Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the worst rated pens that I could find, so let's get started. All of these pens were extensively researched via scholastic archives known as Deep Reddit. So all of these have been complained about in several places and on Amazon as well. I made sure to get ones that were looked down upon. So number one is the Bic Crystal, and I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother owns one of these pens. You just kind of have it. Anyway, these were $2.79 for a pack of 12. They were on sale, and this is the extra smooth version, so it's supposed to be 35% smoother than other Bic pens. And what I will say is this pen sucks. They must have meant that it was 35% smoother than writing with a nail, because this was the most scratchy of all of the pens. It just felt like I was scratching through the paper. This is a 1.0 millimeter tip, so that's pretty thick, and it was not giving that. It was giving bad. So I just did a regular swatch test and a highlighter test as well, which was decent, but overall the pigment is not there, the sensation is not there, and I totally understand why this would get a very poor rating. I will say that I have seen these being used for artists for their illustrations, and for some reason it looks like it's working really wonderfully for that, and you can get a good shading going on. But in terms of an everyday writing instrument, I would not use this. I'd rather write in my own blood. Okay, that was very dramatic. I still rated this pen a 4 out of 10 because it still works, it's functioning, and I was, trying to be a little generous. So you're welcome, Bic. Hashtag sponsor me, and I will bash more of your products. And the bleed through is pretty much what you would expect for a ballpoint pen. Not much, just ghosting. The second ballpoint pen I chose is the Papermate Right Bros, which comes out to $2.69 for a pack of 12. They are also 1 millimeter in tip size, and apparently this is the revamped version, so they've gone ahead and made some so-called improvements to this pen. I am familiar with the old version. I will say that the new barrel is nicer just because it's slightly wider, so you have better grip on there. But guys, the ink flow on this pen is just atrocious. You would have thought these pens were 20 years old the way they were writing. They've given up on life. I couldn't squeeze any bit of juice out of these pens, and I tried really, really hard. In terms of smudge test, there really was no ink to smudge. And highlighter, yeah, of course they held up against it, because this is like writing like on a stone pretty much. I couldn't give them any more than a 1 out of 10. I did give them 1 just because they are still writing. You can see the writing there, but holy moly, just disastrous. And in terms of bleed through, not much to bleed through. So, yeah. Moving on to gel pens, the first one we have is the Zebra G301. This is a 0.7 millimeter tip, and it cost $7.43 for a pack of 2. So definitely more pricey, but I would expect that from a gel pen. And I think everybody's biggest plight with this pen was the Zebra JK refill. Apparently it was really, really trash, so I gave that a go. And I found that it was pretty standard for a gel pen. It was inconsistent. But I did enjoy the body of this pen. I do like the stainless steel, has a little bit of weight to it, and it was slender in body. So yeah, I was neither surprised in a positive way and surprised in a negative way with this pen. It was completely mundane for me. I will say the ink refill is quite small for a gel pen. This looks like a ballpoint refill, but you know what, it's not that big of a deal. In terms of highlighting and smudging, it was pretty good. It held up against that pretty decently well. I just did a couple more swipe tests, and yeah, pretty decent. In terms of bleed through, there was bleed through, and this one does relay a lot of ink down for a gel pen. So it was decent. I gave it a 5 out of 10 because I was completely neutral about this pen. And the final pen is the Uniball Vision. These guys were $7.43 for a pack of 4, and this is also a 0.7 millimeter tip. Everybody's big problem with these ones is they just said it was a crappy pen, a really inconsistent ink flow, and I actually didn't find that. I found that it was pretty consistent while I was writing with it. Mind you, it was kind of mid overall in terms of the smudge test that I performed. It definitely did smudge more than the zebra gel, and I also saw that with the highlighter test as well while going over that. Definitely more smudge, but it was my favorite writing experience this far. Pretty decent. I gave it the highest score of all of them, coming in at a 6 out of 10. And in terms of bleed through, it was pretty similar to the zebra one. It's what you would expect for a gel pen on this type of paper. I'm not too fussed about it. Anyway guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed me bashing these pens. I truly think they deserved it. And if you want me to review some of the highest rated pens, let me know in the comments down below because I would be more than happy to accommodate that. Thanks for watching. That is everything. Bye bye.